And we're live, people, on a Tuesday evening. Welcome to our match preview of the West Brom, my mistake, versus Arsenal Carabao Cup tie tomorrow night. I'm not looking forward to that, even the way season started. But I'm on my own tonight, guys. So if you could help me out with your questions, anything you want to ask me to get me through this, would be much appreciated. But if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe to our video and the channel, share it amongst yourselves on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. It'd be much appreciated. But we're going to get into the weekend's games. Evening, Simon. Thanks and also Amy, thanks for your comments already. Much appreciated. We're getting to what happened on Sunday. I'm afraid I know we don't want to talk about it, but we're going to have to talk about it. Basically, I think we gave them too much respect. I think we left Lukaku way too open. The thing is, everyone, even on the predicted league, predicted that Lukaku's going to score the first goal. It happened. The way it happened, it was too predictable. Yes, I am the lone wolf tonight. Simon's, lone wolf tonight, mate. So a lot of people got a lot of points on the predicted league by the looks of it. But I think we just gave him too much respect and gave James way too much space. I think Tierney, out of all the people you don't expect to put in a bad performance, he put in a really bad performance. I mean, he wasn't the only one on that pitch. Sorry, someone's just texted me. I just think also he's gone off injured with cramp, apparently, so hopefully he's back soon. He probably won't be playing tomorrow. I just think we gave him too much respect, too much space, especially on the right-hand side or our left. We made James look like Cafu. But Lukaku's always going to bully Mari. I don't know why Holding wasn't marking him, to be honest with you. Also, Tierney seemed to cut in a lot. I don't think he got too much protection from the midfield from Xhaka and Lokonga. I'm not saying it's their fault. I just don't think they gave them too much protection, centre-backs. Also, I like Lokonga. I think he's one of the positive players to come out of that game, to be honest, because his vision and his passing was brilliant. I mean, long balls over to Saka, for example, on the left-hand side were brilliant. So, hi, Russ. Nice to see you again, mate. Also, like I say, Amy, if I haven't said so before. Evening, Rogue, as well. Thanks for joining us again, mate. Simon's put lack of conviction Sunday. We gave them too much space and we didn't give that game we do when we have Chelsea Port. For 70% of the match, we had some good spells with no conviction about it. The thing is, we never looked like scoring. Yeah, all right, Lewis. To be fair, Lewis, mate, I think a lot of people saying it's only 2-0 against the European champions and all that, or Champions Europe, as Lewis has put before. They are in second gear for most of the game. They could have gone on to get 3 or 4. I mean, another positive from that match, Leno made an absolute world-class save from Lukaku. Yeah, great potential. Me and Brian went up to the protest, or to Emirates on Sunday to do the protest, but they weren't allowing people up to the stadium. They at the bottom of the stairs, the security was saying, "Tickets, please. Tickets only up to the stadium." So that was a bit disappointing. Even if you wanted to go there just to be there, you couldn't unless you had a ticket. But yeah, that was a really disappointing. I thought they would have. I mean, I know Kroenkes has spent this summer. I know that they've spent so far the biggest amount. I'm expecting City to trounce that soon with Harry Kane. But I know they spent some. But where was the money 13, 14 years? It's not been there. I personally think they've played it safe in most transfer windows. I mean, you look at this transfer window, they haven't broken the bank to actually go and get that star player. I think we've actually settled for what we've got. I did put a positive spin on the Ramsdale deal because they paid 18.5 Sheffield United and we got him for 24, possibly going up to 30. So I don't think that's such a bad deal. Odegaard's Odegaard. I mean, for me, he didn't do too much last season, but he's here. We've got to support him, I suppose, but I think we could have done better. But at the end of the day, they're here. I mean, Ben White, I hope he gets better. We need him back as soon as possible. We need Gabriel. He's back in training. I don't think he'll feature tomorrow. It'd be a big surprise if he does. So, but we'll get into that. But I just think Chelsea, we were lacklustre. We didn't. Also, Saka and Pepe didn't do enough to help the fullbacks out. I think that what I'm going to do now is I've discussed this with Brian. I mean, a lot of people don't agree with this because of Saka and Pepe didn't drop back to fullbacks. Obviously, take that banner off as well. These are not necessarily the players you've got to have. You can have any players in that formation. What I'm trying to get is, and also I just wanted to show the pictures of Ramsdale and Odegaard to see if they actually worked, which they have. Basically, we've got 4 right backs. I think Cedric, Bellerin, and Chambers ain't good enough. I think the best out of the 4 is Ainley Maitland-Niles. That's the reason why I put there, and I think the other 3 speak for themselves. Ramsdale, as I said, probably not over Leno at the moment. The reason why I put them 3, I think with Saka and Pepe, if you're going to play wingers, then they're not dropping back. I just think if it's Odegaard or Xhaka, either one of them, they could help Tierney out. It's probably more Xhaka than that. And Sambi Lokonga can also help out Anthony Maitland, whoever you play at right back, whoever you want to see at right back. And I think also that gives, like say, them protection also with Partey in the middle. He can bring the ball out of defence. And with Odegaard or Xhaka or Sambi Lokonga, whose long balls over the tops, could create a good counter. So I just think play them, protect the back 4 a bit, pick the ball up into midfield, and also give Saka and Smith Rowe 3 roles up the top there. Maybe if they have to drift out wide, they can do as well to protect the fullbacks. Maybe, I don't know. They could probably put Martin Odegaard as number 10, switch it up a bit. There's options all over the pitch there. That's why I would go with that formation. Obviously, a lot of people are not going to put Aubameyang, and they might put Lacazette or even Balogun or whatever striker you would like to see at Arsenal. Obviously, I'd like to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We did enjoy the Woodbine, though. Yes, the Woodbine pub. It was a shame to see the Gunners pub closed, though. Turned 8 degrees, looks like a Christmas tree. Yeah, it does look like a Christmas tree. No, Pepe, harsh. I don't think he made one good run. I think, again, this is well with the guns of Pepe as well. He's a winger. I just don't think the style of play we got suits wingers, especially defensively. The way, like I said, Saka and Pepe don't drop back and do enough defensively. So that's the reason why I put Pepe. I think Pepe's more of an impact player now looking at it. Gunners pub was class. I mean, apparently it will open again. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard, like, speaking to me, with Dad and other people, that it is just going to be closed for a licensing issue. I don't know if that's true, but that's what we've been told. So hopefully it'll be back open soon. But that's the formation I would go with, guys. I mean, get your comments in. Do you agree with that Christmas tree as Simon's? It really does, yeah. That Christmas tree formation. Or would you go with something different? I just think the defence, or especially the fullbacks, need a bit more help. But like I say, get your comments in. And, I'd like to hear from what you guys got to say. But we go on to the next one. We're going to a bit of transfer news before we go into the West Brom versus Arsenal game. I mean, we've heard rumours today, or it's nearly done, not rumours as such. Lucas Torreira's going to Fiorentina, 1 month, £1 million loan deal with an option to buy for up to 13 million, around about 13 million to Fiorentina. I mean, I'd still rather have him over El Neni, but it is what it is. I do think he can be a bit careless sometimes with his challenges, and he does get lost on the pitch a bit, but I still think he's better than El Neni because he can do what El Neni does, and he just protects that back 4 better for me. But he's on his way to Fiorentina on loan for a year and possibly buying him for 13 million. Also, the big news this week, at last for us, could get rid of Williams of Corinthians. He's open to the idea on a free transfer. Really do need someone just sitting in front of the defence. Torreira should have been kept for this. There you go. Thanks, Del. You just backed my work. Welcome as well, Del. Nice to hear from you as always. I loved it down the road and can't wait to get back. Yeah, well, we're doing another watch along soon, so we'll give you more details if you want to come down, Simon. Once you get better, I hope you're getting better as well, mate. Evening, Tim. I got your message the other day as well. Thanks. I don't think he's a great fan of Arteta. Would have stopped the passes into Lukaku this week. This is another thing where Mari was sort of... People said if once he backs into the defender, he's going to turn them and shoot and score. What I think, again, what Xhaka or Lokonga should have done, when he was backing into Mari, he should have come in and closed in as well and got the ball off him, or at least put pressure on him to, give the ball away. I'd go 4-1-3-2. We need a couple of strikers to bounce off each other and one real CDM. I think we've got that in the Conga and Partey. I think them two are really good. But I just think if you need a distribution out from defence, I think the Conga's got that in him. I think you need Xhaka or Odegaard or something like that, because I think their vision can be quite crucial to the way we play. So again, I just don't think wingers suit our style of play for me. I mean, I don't know what you guys think. Hating with a passion. That's that's Tim there on Arteta. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel on Arteta. I don't think they're playing for him anymore, but he's here, he's still here, so he's just got to keep going. And if he gets sacked, he gets sacked at the end of the day, like in a few games' time. Apparently, he's got 5 games left. William to Corinthians, though, as I was saying. Evening, Peter and Tracy. Thanks for joining us again. Corinthians on a free. He's open to the idea. He's been wanting to leave since May, apparently. So, to be honest, that's a good thing for everyone at the moment. So hopefully he gets going out the door, because he's a waste of 250 grand or whatever he's on. It's just not worked out, unfortunately. He scored 1 goal. He's got about how many assists did he get? 5 or 6 assists, and I think that was in 2 games. 5 games too many. Cheers, just had the keyhole surgery and camera into my knee. It sounds fucking horrific. Sorry for my language, but it does, money. But back home, so we can cover for next month. Probably 2 months before I travel again. Okay. Lose tomorrow and Saturday, you should walk. I think the thing is with this now, we're going to get into the West Brom game. I'm just going to touch on this quickly. Is now we're not in Europe. This is actually a trophy to get us back into it. So it's a trophy for us to win this season. So if to lose tomorrow is actually quite a big deal for us, because we're not in many cup competitions. We've got to say it as it is where we are at the moment. We're not in Europe. This is a chance. This is a trophy to get back into Europe. Obviously, top 4 is out of the question. I think top 6 is out of the question. I mean, we're going to struggle to get in the top 10 at this rate. So I think it's a must-win tomorrow. I struggled with Arsenal over the last few years, found no joy in watching them. When Chelsea scored at the weekend, I had no real emotion, as I'm so used to it nowadays. Sad, really. When we were sitting in the Woodbine, me and Brian, some Arsenal fans that just went, here we go. And then we literally just got some food and enjoyed our dinner. It was just so lacklustre. It was so expected. It's the way Lukaku kicked the game off with that goal. It was just everyone was saying it. It was so predictable. He's going to bully our defence. He bullied Mari. And he called for a foul and all that. I mean, also in that game, we should have had a penalty, but I mean, to be honest, like I say, they were in second gear. They could have gone and got 3 or 4, maybe even 5 in that game. So that penalty incident don't really change the game for me. Hopefully that's a win. That means win, mate. So, but I can't remember what I was talking about now. I know Williams Corinthians, I've said about, so he's not. He's off, hopefully. If you can remember what I was talking about, because I've sort of gone into a tangent then. But we're looking at also, apparently, Kieran Trippier for the experienced right back. And Man United also involved in that deal. Has to beat West Brom, but City match won't add any extra pressure on him should we lose. Yeah, I think it's more tomorrow because it's a vital game tomorrow. Kieran Trippier apparently for a right back situation, because I think he wants to come back to the Premier League. Whether we get him or not, I don't know what price tag they've put on him. But we're looking into that deal. Whether that happens or not, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to do much from now on in, to be honest with you. Not anything really significant. I'll be very surprised. Love it if we do, but I can't see it. Tavares will be playing tomorrow because Tierney will be out, or he's going to be rested just to make sure he's fit for Man City game. Also, Asensio, I've heard, if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, but I can't see him going to Real Madrid for 160 million. I don't know what you guys think of that, but I can't see it myself. Also, there was another deal I saw earlier, which I can't seem to find. I've heard things about Richarlison and all that, but I can't see that happening, to be honest. Neves has come back on the radar as well. But out of those deals, who do you think, guys, put your comments in, out of those deals that I've just mentioned, can you see realistically coming to Arsenal? I mean, Auer's back on the agenda. That's another guy who's come back in, but apparently Tottenham have sort of snuck ahead of us, and that says a lot about where we are at the moment on that deal. So, again, what do you guys think? Do you think any of them are realistic? Talking 50 million for Trippier, they must be ones, Trippiering. Great play on words there, mate. That's a great play on words. They have apparently made an opening offer of 160 million. I don't know where they've got that money from, considering they can't. I think it's them and Barcelona can't register players. So I mean, for me, I can't see that deal happening. It'd be no one who wants to come to us right now. Well, I've said, I've read what Paul Merson had to say earlier, and he said, like, he agreed with me. He said, well, I agreed with him, should I say. I think we played it safe. Also, who's going to want, we're buying players no one else wants. No one else wanted Odegaard. No one else wanted Tavares. No one else wanted White. You see these players, no one else wanted them, really. And no one else was close to getting them. So, I mean, are they good enough? I don't know. We have to wait and see. We have to give them a chance. I'm looking forward to seeing Ramsdale if he hopefully plays tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Because I think, again, a lot of people have been slagging him, Leno off. So ain't it good to give Ramsdale a chance? Looking at tomorrow, West Brom are going into this unbeaten so far, albeit 4 games in the Championship, but confidence will be sky for them. Going to be sat on my Larry in the bar having a stroke. Well, I'm glad you got your evening planned out, Brian, but thanks for that. I hope you enjoy your holiday anyway, mate. Yeah, he's on Ollie Bobs. So that's why I'm doing this on my own. I don't know if I've mentioned that at all. But, I mean, guys, what do you think? What would you rate our transfer business so far this summer? We spent, nearly 130 million, I think it is. So what do you rate it? I'll give it a 5, 6 at a push. I think if we get that star player in, personally, I think we still need that player to come. Shocking, we know we went to Brighton with 50 million, came back with the wrong player. That's the trouble, Andy, buying crap all the time. We're just buying average and we're settled for it. And people, again, with this, I think with Arteta as well, they're just so. I think the only reason why he's in a job as well is because he's ex-Arsenal. And I think he is the cheaper option. The problem is with it, he shouldn't have got the job in the first place, to be fair to him, because it's too big a job. He shouldn't have got the job. He should have gone to somewhere lower, maybe Championship level, even probably lower than that, or gone to Celtic or something like that, and then got experience in a lesser league, and in 3 or 4 years' time, then come to Arsenal. But you don't get the top job as your first job. I think they went for the cheap option, as they do with transfers. But it is what it is at the end of the day. You can't say he hasn't got the money. He has. I think he's got what actually they said he's got more money than the PSG owner, Kroenke. So there's no excuse. It's a 2 at most. As for Europe, we ain't good enough and we don't deserve it. At the moment, we don't deserve Europe. But if we win a cup, we do. This is why I think tomorrow it's a must-win game, because we've got to kick our season off somehow and go into the Man City game with something to go with. We can't. Apparently, he's going to play a strong side. I think he has to. I think he has to play Mari and Holding, maybe Holding and Chambers tomorrow. I don't know, but anyway, we'll get on to the West Brom versus Arsenal game. Apparently, Odegaard has got his visa now, so he is in contention to play. Ramsdale is in contention. They both want to play as well. So hopefully we do get to see Ramsdale and Odegaard tomorrow. I mean, it'd be good, even if Leno and, I don't know, like Xhaka are fit or anything. I hope they rest them for City. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of that. I don't know if you want to see Odegaard or you're that bothered, because by the sounds of it, you think our transfer window's been crap. We have of an owner dying out of it, running transfers, and Gollum trying to put a plan in place. I'd love to meet the used car salesman at Brighton that swerved them away from Basuma into buying Ben White. Yeah, but I mean, would you kept Saliba then? I mean, apparently he's doing great at Marseille at the moment. So, I mean, would you have kept him? But anyway, here we go. Team news update for tomorrow night. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff, by the way. It's on Sky. Hector Bellerin has got right thigh problem. He's back in training assessed of tomorrow's match. Hopefully he doesn't play, because apparently he's one of the players that want to leave, like with Maitland-Niles, etc. But hopefully Maitland-Niles stays and goes right back if we don't get another right back in. Look at the way our sets the team up. The result is inevitable. If we play like we did Sunday, forget it. It's a must-win game, though, people. Alex Lacazette is now back in full training after his COVID diagnosis and has returned to full training ahead of Wednesday's match. Gabriel is back, progressing well, and is now back in training with the squad, so I doubt he'll play. Gabriel has got cramp with his lower leg, so he'd probably be rested, I'm guessing. Nketiah, who's been also linked to Brighton, but we want 20 million for him, and I think that's right because people were like literally saying, I think he's worth 15 or 10, take the money. But if Ryan Brewster can go for 23 million, he can go for at least 20. So you've got to look at it that way. Saliba deserves a shot. I just don't understand it. No, I don't understand it, to be honest. I get angry whenever I hear Saliba's name. Would he have done a job with Lukaku on Sunday? Because apparently he's quite strong. I've seen him use his strength quite a lot. I mean, he's only going to get better. I don't understand it personally. I think he's had a falling out with Arteta. Right, I've gone. Martin Odegaard is available for selection, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see him tomorrow. Partey's out to the end of August with an ankle injury, his ligaments, but he's out to the end of August. Tierney will probably be rested because he's got cramp in his thigh, apparently. Make 137 million bid for Mbappe. I heard it was 160, but I don't know where they're going to get the money from. Ben White won't obviously play. He won't even play against City. Willian is available for Wednesday's match, but hopefully we don't actually see him, guys. So, I mean, what would be your lineup? I mean, I would go with Ramsdale. I'd go with Tavares. I think I'd go with Chambers and Holding because Mari's been absolutely piss poor the last couple of games. Even against Brentford, he was absolutely awful. And I'd probably go with Cedric at right back. Maybe Maitland-Niles if he's not going to leave. Just come up breaking news. Why would Mbappe leave now? What a squad. I think he wants to challenge himself in a better league. I think he's done it all in France, hasn't he? He's won it with Monaco and PSG. I mean, he's got to a Champions League final. He's won a World Cup already, isn't he, as well? He's like, I think he's just done it all in France, and I think he wants a new challenge. How many times does Saliba need to go out on loan before he gets into the first team? What we need up top. I mean, again, it's difficult situation. I think something must be going on behind the scenes. Stephen Reynolds, hi Andy. Hi Stephen. There's nobody loves the club more than me. 55 years, I've never seen such a shower of shit. Terry Neal? My dad was telling me. I mean, I wasn't alive back then, but apparently Terry Neal wasn't that great. But so I've got to take a sip of my beer. Always. Even on a Tuesday night, I'm going to have a sip of my beer. But guys, I mean, I'll go Ramsdale. Like I said, the back four, maybe Ainsley, Maitland-Niles. But if he wants to leave and he's on the verge of leaving, I don't know he'll be coming into the team. So that's why I play Cedric. I'll play that formation still. I'll probably go with an El Neni in the middle if Torreira's off because you have to now. The Conga, if you can, keep him playing on his good form. You stick Xhaka in there, then three in the centre midfield, and I'd play. Smith Rowe, probably Odegaard, give Saka a rest. And then if Lacazette is fit, I'll get him in as well. If him or Balogun, because I just don't think Aubameyang should be anywhere near the team at the moment. But again, he is what we've got at the moment, so he's probably the best of what we've got. Do you think it's time Arteta should leave? Yes. But that's my opinion, but it is what it is. I mean, people say it's 2 games in. It's been going on for at least since December last year. So when they say 2 games, it ain't. And I've seen some interviews on that Chelsea game saying we played well. We did well that day. I don't think we did. We didn't. They were in second gear. If that, Chelsea. Yeah, I know that he's lost the same amount of games. Yeah, I've heard. I actually would agree with the Christmas tree formation you popped up. That's what I mean. I just think it gives those fullbacks a bit of protection, and we can play out from the back in 3 different ways. And I just think it would actually suit our style of play because I don't think those wingers do enough as they do going forward. Because if you look at our gameplay, we play the crosses from our fullbacks, like the Cedrics or the Tierneys especially. And so I think personally, if you play with wingers, they don't, in our style of play, they don't protect the fullbacks whatsoever. So if you get, just say Tierney goes forward, you've got Xhaka to cover. So, or if Cedric goes forward, then you've got the Conga to cover on the right back if they decide to break away. I just think there's options there. And then you can also, like I say, bring Saka and Smith Rowe wide if that's not working. So you've got options there. I just think you can just more tweak that formation than you can when you play Pepe, for example. Because Pepe is a wing. I mean, sometimes he goes up top and he does nothing. I've been a Gunner since birth, and I'm 41. It disgusts me the way it's set up. For Christ's sake, bringing George Graham back as a stand-in, and you'll see the difference. Well, not now. We lost tomorrow night. I reckon Arteta will go. Well, this is the thing I was saying. Like, I'll tell you what, this is a bigger game than I think we realise, because this is like, if we go out of this, we've got one trophy to play for. I know it doesn't start till January for us. I mean, it gives us a chance to concentrate in the league, but what are we going to do in the league? I mean, people say to me, oh, well, our season starts in Norwich, like that's a given. It's not a given. I mean, I don't know. Will we beat Norwich? I don't know. I really don't know. That's how far we've dropped. And the fact of the matter is, if we've dropped that far, I mean, do you guys think we'll beat Norwich? Is it a guarantee we beat Norwich? For you guys, get your comments in. I don't think it's a guarantee. That's how far we dropped. And it's like, if we've dropped that far, I think we need a manager that comes in, gets respect from the players. He's obviously not got the respect from the players, because otherwise, can you imagine those wingers not doing that to Fergie? Sorry. If you imagine those wingers just stand there ball watching, Holding was ball watching for, I think it was James' goal, or the Lukaku goal when he crossed it in. Holding was ball watching. I mean, Fergie would absolutely go apeshit. I'm not comparing Arteta, but what you need is respect from an experienced manager, and he hasn't got that yet because he hasn't got the experience for it. So personally, that's why you need an experienced manager. People would rather feel morally righteous and watch the club fall in the gutter rather than accept he was a poor choice from the start. Again, I think just personally, he's just in the job because he's ex-Arsenal. I honestly believe that Arteta's on borrowed time. Really should have been sacked after the loss to Wolves. Totally agree to him. So right. Sol's big game and Arteta will boat it as normal. Cheers, exactly. Yeah, that is sexy, Brian. We should beat the. Well, should we? I don't know. Could we? Max Aaron's beat us 1-0. Is that your predicted league? Right, yeah, but guys, I think this is a massive game for us because, like I say, we've got one trophy to go for if we come out of this now, and it's a way into Europe. It's in a trophy. We've only won 2 in our history as well with this, so I think it's a big. We've come to this now, where this could actually be a big trophy for us to get us back into Europe. Because if we finish, I can't see us finishing above 10th this season if things keep going the way they are. Because also, it's a risky strategy to get so many young players without any experience to bring those players along. No one's there to look up to, are they? I mean, you got like the Aubameyangs, who's absolutely lost total confidence. I still believe there's a great striker in there, but he's just, I don't know what's happened to him. Everyone blames him on the contract, but that's not the only reason, is it? If this was at the end of the season, we would be in the Championship. Get him out. I mean, yeah. But this is why it puts pressure on this game. He's put pressure on himself because at the end of the day, we weren't expected to beat Chelsea. I expected us to lose, right? But the performance to go with it wasn't good enough. There was no fight in there for me. There was absolutely none. There was from the Congo, maybe Smith Rowe, and that's about it. Like I say, Tierney was awful. Mari and Holding weren't great. I just no fight. And all I want for tomorrow, obviously we need to go through. We need to win tomorrow, no matter what. But I want us to see. I want to see. Us battle, put a challenge in, win the ball back, get some possession going, pass, move it a bit, take some risks. Don't play safe. Don't play back. Don't play sideways. I mean, I've said put El Neni in there, so that's going to happen. But I just want us to play. Just like I say, take some risks. Play that through ball if you think you can get it. If it doesn't go through and the defender blocks it or something, well, so be it. Keep trying new things. Just don't play safe backwards. Because that's what we got. We got onto the wing and Tierney had to play it backwards to Xhaka and he played it back to the centre-back again. It just went side to side. And it was so predictable. Cross in and then hopefully someone's there. When there's no one there ever, I'll just hopefully should have given Louise next year, maybe. Put him as a defensive mid. Who doesn't want to be? I don't think he does. Goals. We need someone who's going to actually put the bun in the oven. Andy, what manager should we bring in like Brendan Rodgers? Conte, at the moment, Rodgers saying it's not viable. He's not going to leave Leicester. He's got a good project up there. I know they got beaten 4-1 yesterday, but they were down for 10 minutes most of the game. Rodgers ain't involved. Conte's free agent. So there would be no compensation to pay to a club. He's an experienced, respected manager. I think he would be. I wouldn't say. Well, obviously, he's head and shoulders above Arteta. We all know that. Even the Artetas didn't know that. So he would improve our team. But I would. Yeah, I'll take him in a heartbeat, to be honest. But in the long run, would he be there in 2 or 3 years? I don't know. Xhaka said the other day the players are united. He has to say that. He has to say that. I heard Graham Potter's being touted as a replacement for Arteta if he gets the boot. Jesus Christ. Well, the thing is, this is what I mean. We are, again, in Arteta's defence, if we sack Arteta, we've got to bring in the Conte. We've got to bring in a experienced, great manager, a world-class manager. We have to do that. We can't go and sack Arteta and bring Graham Potter in. Sorry, I've got indigestion there. Yeah, he's better than what we've got. This is what I'm saying. Like, they're saying Odegaard and Ramsdale are better than what we got. Well, Conte's better than what we got. Big fucking Sam. Who are you dickheads, Simon? Stump Drag. Hello, mate. Nice to see you again. Nice for you to join us. Always nice to be with you, mate. But yeah, what do you think, Stumps? Would you get Conte in for our tower? It has to be a world-class manager for me. You can't get Graham Potter. You can't get... Who's the other guy we were linked with? I can't remember now. Who would you get? And I'll get Conte, to be honest. Because he is a free agent. It's viable. You know. Sorry, big fucking Sam. But yeah, I'll get Conte in, personally, for me. But again, he's in charge tomorrow. We've got to get behind the team. It's on, like I said, it's on Sky Sports tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. But yeah, I just want us to. I would like to see a decent team, but I want to see new faces in. I do want to see the Odegaard. I do want to see the Ramsdale. I want to see Tavares get a full 90 minutes. The Congos look good at the moment. I think he's been the signing of the summer, to be honest, for us. I mean, who would you like to? Who would you wanting to see? I know a lot of comments here saying these signs ain't going to be good enough, but who would you like to see? I like to see those players. I mean, Ben White's obviously not going to play because he's got COVID. So, but who do you guys want to see? I guess let's read a few more comments. I guess I'll try to get Conte in, but I don't think he'd want to come. This really isn't his scene here. Want to have the brilliant players and back him straight away. Yeah, but he would get the best. I personally think he'll look at probably Aubameyang and Partey and get the best out of him. And Tierney, I think he would get the best. He'd look at what is good around Arsenal and get the best out of those players. And he'll look at the youngsters and go, I mean, people seen Ten Hag as well from, is it Ajax or from Dutch team? Has to be James Holding. Yeah, I think tomorrow, I think he's got to go with that because Murray's been so poor. I don't think Chambers is a right back for me. So I've got bloody hair there. Do you know there was trouble on Sunday? Well, I didn't see any. We were up there as a wing back. This is what I mean. Also, in that formation, that Christmas tree formation, the reason why I play that as well, it gives those fullbacks, because like Ainsley Maitland-Niles loves to get forward. Tierney loves to get forward. It gives them an opportunity to get forward. So Xhaka or the Congo, whoever plays on those sides, can protect them as they go forward. So I do honestly believe that formation for me, with the players we've got, is the best formation. And he has to do another 10 minutes. Minimum if anyone replies, can I get a hole? Yeah. I can't do that one. And I was there. Oh, were you? Yeah, we were up there. We didn't see any trouble. I think Conte would be a better option. He's a winner. He's a European masterclass. He's no sit back and relax. He's a leader. And if you do something wrong, he'll let you know and probs. Yeah. Plus, Conte isn't exactly used to developer, is he? So what if he just doesn't use our young guns and doesn't develop them? I think he might say. I think he would. I think he'd get the best out of what he's got. I honestly do. Because the thing is with this, though, Stumps, I don't think Arteta's getting the best out of these youngsters. Really? I mean, who gave Saka their debut? And who did he thank? Saka. Emery. I mean, it's like Brian said, he only got lucky with Smith. He had to start Smith Rowe against Chelsea and all that last Christmas because he had no bloody choice. But yeah, I think he would get a better response from him than what Arteta's getting at the moment. This is not, put it this way, it's not an Arteta slagging match, but he's really under pressure at the moment. This is why it's such a big game for us tomorrow because he has to win this. He can't just shrug this off as a. I mean, he probably won't. To be fair, he's not probably shrugging. You can't just. I just hope the players turn up, and if the fans going up there, I hope they turn up for those fans because they've travelled a long way on a Wednesday night to watch their team play, and I hope they put in a performance for them guys because they deserve it. We all deserve it now. A good performance tomorrow. We can only go with the next game, so get behind the team. I know it's a shower of shit, as Peter or Tracy's put in their comments here. I know it's a shower of shit at the moment. We all know that is. Just get behind the team tomorrow. Get us through that next round, because then the big teams come in the next round. Because the reason why we were playing so early is because we're out of fucking Europe at the moment. But, I was having a go at a Chelsea fan calling them mugs. Yeah, they weren't very class on Sunday. They were booing Saka, and then they said Saka let the country down. Well, at least he had the balls to go out and take a penalty, unlike Mount, didn't he? Who was sitting there fucking curled up in a fucking fetal position, crying probably like a bitch. Yeah, I wasn't implying that Arteta is a good at developing. I was just saying that Conte isn't like that either. But he would get better response from him, I think. Because I don't know what I want. I just want us to be good again. I just want us to start with tomorrow, I just want us to show something. Show this player a certain player to grab the fucking game by the scruff of the neck tomorrow. I know it's West Brom away, but I just want someone to fucking show us something. You know, I just want maybe Odegaard to fucking show us what he can do. Maybe like the Conga putting in a fucking phenomenal performance. I just want someone to perform well tomorrow. I want a whole lot, but I just want to see someone to catch our eye a bit and think, shit, we've got a fucking player. If he keeps going like that, we can go into the City game with going that he's got to play. Well, he's got to play. I mean, it's a chance for people to actually show us and get into that team now, because the fucking first team at the moment ain't performing. So it's a chance for these fringe players to maybe put on a performance and now push those starters and say, look, I'm chasing your spot now because you're not performing. Well, you know, I've just performed. Why don't I start against City? I want to go at them. I want to actually win that game. Even though we're not going to, but give us something. Show us some bloody bottle. Yeah, bottle. Just show us something. I just want someone to catch our eye. I just want someone to fucking get hold of the game and fucking win us this game. Because it is a big game for us. It's a trophy at the end of the day. I mean, if anyone said to me top four, I've said this before, if anyone said top four to me, or trophy, it'd be top four any day this season. But that is not going to happen. So we've got to go for the trophies. We've got to stay up as well. Like predictions for tomorrow, if you haven't done it. Yeah, I've done mine. I'll go through it again. I think Ramsdale's got to play. I said Tavares. I think Holding and Chambers, because Mari's been playing crap. I'd go with Cedric if Basically Maitland-Niles doesn't want to be there. I said the Conga, probably El Neni and Xhaka, probably Odegaard in the number 10, probably Pepe and Smith Rowe maybe, and then I'd probably put Lacazette up front. Okay, we want the spark back, the passion, the football. We want goals and we want that winning feeling back. And that moment when we get the ball and push forward, we go, oh, go on and stand up. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's a player that I thought of. He isn't the end product. His actual end product's actually quite poor. There's a Dharma Traore from Wolves. He's got the pace and power. He's, like I say, his end product's not great. He's got it in him. He can improve it, but he is a player that gets bums off seats. And I think we missed that sort of player. So I wouldn't mind actually. Is he gettable? I think he could be gettable. I mean, if he's the next signing we make, I wouldn't actually say that's a bad signing. And also, Antonio from West Ham, I was thinking about as a backup, as an impact player. But I say backup, he's probably fucking better than our strikers. But he's doing well at West Ham. You can't say he's not gettable at the moment, but how much would they want? They probably want the flipping earth for him at the moment. What happens if we lose? Is the boss still in the job? Yes, because the ball love him. Well, anyone's welcome down the Rose and Crown. As long as the Bellinby and Xhaka don't play, we might be okay. Xhaka weren't great against Chelsea. I've got to admit that he wasn't great, but neither was at least 8 other players. I mean, again, Leno didn't do much wrong for once. He put a great save against Lukaku, world class save, and that don't get mentioned enough because we lost the game. Smith Rowe and Lokonga for me. Apart from them 3 players, maybe the rest were absolutely piss poor. Aubameyang didn't do much when he came on, but Martinelli hardly had to touch the ball. Yeah, he was at. Yeah, he was at. I think we agree. He was outshot. Yeah, I just think he wasn't great. But again, it's not just him. It was several other players on that pitch weren't great that day either. Especially the back 4 weren't. Probably, you know what? Probably the best out of the back 4 was probably Cedric, and that's saying something because he weren't great either. But he's probably the best out of the 4. But guys, what do you think your lineup should be? Get your comments in before we shoot off because I'd like to see your lineups if you want to type them in quickly. And yours, I mean, particularly going back, what do you think? I think I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal win. And I'm going to go with do you know what? Fuck it. I'll go with Odegaard goal. Fuck it. I don't, I just want something positive to come out tomorrow. I'm not his greatest fan. I think he's an average signing, but fuck it. Just try and get some positivity back with Arsenal a bit and try and move this forward and I want us to fucking win tomorrow. So, everyone does it. I know you guys do. Honestly, I'm going 2-1 West Brom. Positive, Simon. Come on. Put more positive spin in it. Come on. My lineup would be against the wall with blindfolds on. Well, I mean, that's just fucking put my comments in the fucking Jesus Christ. The positivity's gone right down. No, I just want your lineups. Who would you play Ramsdale in goal, for example? Would you play Tavares or would you stick with Tierney if he's fit enough? Would you play Lacazette? Would you play Balogun? Would you play Odegaard? Would you play the Smith Rowe? Who would you play? What I went with a 2-0 Arsenal, Aubameyang and Odegaard. Come on, Tim. Come on. I sound like fucking Wimbledon here. Come on. A bit more positive, Tim. Come on. I know it's shit times and I do agree with you, but most things, but we need more positivity from this. Come on, put the Arsenal result, get the Arsenal results in. Come on, we've got to win tomorrow. It's a trophy at the end of the day. It's a big game for us. It's sad, I know. We shouldn't be saying it's a big game, but that's where we're at the moment. So I'm just going to take a swig. Oh, you're fucking having it up. I go on, 1-0. That's it. Well done. And fuck you, Brian. Look, go Arsenal. You fucking Ramsdale. Put it at the 2-1 baggies. No. Positive, I said, Brian. Ramsdale, Tavares and Odegaard will just start. Cool. Come on, I want to see more fucking positivity on this before I go. Norwich just thumped Bournemouth 6-0. Jesus Christ. Well done, Tracy and Peter. This is more like it. I know you just said it's all a shower and shit of all that, but 2-0 Arsenal. Come on, you go. Who's your first goal? So I know it's not predictably, but we want to go with positives here. Got something to look forward to. I'm positive that we will win this tomorrow. Thank you, Amy. I know you with Brian too. Come on. Arsenal win. What do you think? 1-0? At least? Come on. I just want to see some positive comments on here. Trying to get the mood up for tomorrow so we can get a fucking result. I know everyone thinks it's shit at the moment. I think it's shit at the moment. I don't think we're going to get anywhere anytime soon. See, this is what I mean, right? There's just 1,000,000 to the Gunners. Fuck me. Thank you, Rogue. Thank you. At least, who's scored for them? Solis, McLean, Rupp. I don't know if I pronounced that. Solis, by the way. McLean, Rupp, Sargent, Solis again, and Sargent again. They were 4-0 up at 49 minutes. Jeez. I probably won't be because I've got things to do because I'm going on holiday at the end of the week. 8-0 to the Arsenal. Well done. Well done. 1-0 and sack the 20 half. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's better. Fuck off, Baggies, you prick. 8-0. You're such a prick, Brian. Absolute tosser. Oldham beat Accrington and Swansea beat Plymouth 4-1. At the moment, Aston Villa are 4-0 up against Barrow. Yeah, they're going back to go through. Jesus, that's only 72 minutes. Fulham are beating Birmingham 1-0. Sunderland beating Blackpool. This is all in the Carabao Cup, by the way. Brentford and Forest Green are 1-1. And we lost to Brentford. Brighton are beating Cardiff 2-0. Gillingham and Cheltenham are 1-1. Huddersfield, Everton are 1-1. And Everton are down to 10 men because Keane got sent. Moist Keane's got sent. Not Moist Keane. I hate that word. Leeds Crew are 0-0. Millwall are 3-1 up against Cambridge. Morecambe are losing 3-2 at home to Preston. Northampton are 0-0. I didn't realise how many games have been played tonight. QPR are 2-0 up against Oxford. Sheffield United are drawing 1-0 with Derby. Shrewsbury are losing 1-0 at home to Rochdale, down to 10 men as well. Pennington got sent off. Stevenage and Wickham are 1-0. Stoke are 2-0 up at home to Doncaster. Watford and Crystal Palace are 0-0. Wigan and Bolton are 0-0. And Forest are losing at home 2-0 to Wolves. And Wolves have just got 2 in a minute. Oh, yeah. Well done, Stephen. Thanks for your positivity. I'm only going down to the coast, mate, in Kent somewhere. Bag of shit. Saka, Uber, well done. Saka, it's a bit more positive. I know you guys think Saiss and Podence have scored for Wolves. So yeah, I've just got 2 in 2 minutes or 2 in a minute against Forest. I know it's not great, guys, but we need this positivity back. We need to get results tomorrow. Kick our season off, go into the City game with something. Because the last thing we want to do is get hammered by City. I know people are saying no, I'd rather that happen because then Arteta would get sacked. But we don't want to get hammered. We don't ever want to lose a game. I wanted Arteta to succeed. I really wanted it to work out, but it hasn't, unfortunately. And it is the way it is. Yeah, if we go out tomorrow, I think if he had any dignity or any class about him, he would walk. Rather than get sacked. He would literally say, do you know what? I can't take this club forward anymore. And then maybe go to a championship team, maybe think, you know what, that was too big for me, that Arsenal job. Shouldn't have done it, but I'm better for doing it. Go to a championship team, and then who knows in the future? You might come back better. I don't know. But, I mean, you can't predict the future, but I just think if you lose tomorrow, I don't know where he goes because he's going to lose against City. And you've started off with 3 losses and you're out of the cup. So, Arsenal should be like a hobnob, strong and sturdy, but at the moment we're like a rich tea, scared to dunk it in your tea, yeah. No one's having a go at me, mate. No one's having a go at me. But yeah, guys, thanks. I think Villa are about to go 5-0 up, which they have done. But thanks for joining us tonight. I bet you made it made it so much easier for me with your questions and your comments, and you made me laugh and everything, and some of the comments you've made. But hopefully we'll be back. I mean, I won't be in the Rose and Crown this Sunday, I'm afraid, because I'll be on holiday. So hopefully Brian will be doing a show on Sunday with a couple of guests. If we are going to be back, we're going to do some videos throughout the week, if I can. Keep you up to date with the transfers and all that. But next Tuesday as well, after the show, we're going to do a transfer focus on transfer deadline day as well. We've got that coming up for you guys. In the evening, we're going to do it from about 9 to 11, I think. Shouldn't say those 2 numbers, but we're going to do it to 9 o'clock in the evening to 11 o'clock in the evening. So when the transfer window's shut. So come on, let's get behind that club. Yeah, come on, let's get behind that club. But yeah, so we've got all that to look forward to. Then we'll be back in the Rose and Crown the following Sunday. We have got a watch along to do in the Rose and Crown. I think it'll be for the Spurs game in September. We've got to obviously chat to the pub, the owners of the pub, like Dave, who's a great guy. Rose and Crown. If you haven't been to the Rose and Crown, get yourselves down there because it's a fucking lovely local. Fucking lovely there. It's like a second home. So I'm just saying to the wife. Might be in trouble if I said it was my home. Uh, but well, sorry, what was that? But yeah, I think we'll win tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, cheers, Andy, and coming, you guys. No, cheers, Simon. Thanks for all your comments, guys. But there, like I say, we've got all that to look forward to. But again, tomorrow night we won't be doing a watch along because it'll just be me on my own. You've probably had enough of me rambling on for this evening. You don't want me to ramble on for much for 2 or 3 hours tomorrow. So, but again, like and subscribe to the video if you haven't done so already. Follow us on all our social medias: Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Share it amongst yourselves. Share it with all your family members, all your friends. Just share it so it gets the word out of what we're trying to do. Come on, you Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Thanks, Amy, for your comments as well. And then we'll be back very soon. But we'll keep you up to date with any other news regarding transfers or any other breaking news throughout the week. But thanks, guys, and we'll see you soon.